ushindi. Kuwa na uhakika sasa, kukulea stakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja. Kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la Farm Kenya.
Hello there, welcome to another episode of Farm Kenya show right here on KTN. Today we'll be looking at seedling propagation or seedling farming. We'll be looking at the ways in which you as a farmer at home can use this particular innovation in your farming. My name is Calvin Nyakundi. This process starts this particular show. We'll be looking at this system, and next week we'll also be looking at the other process from transplanting, what goes into that. Join us as we get right in this. Today. So let's get right into it and get into the conversation and look at how did you even get into seedling type of farming?
Now, welcome so much. And this is Organos Farm. And my name is Kimani, Gabriel Kimani from Muranga, Wajengi. And the journey onto seedlings began way back in 2019, somewhere in Kajiado. That's where I started now seeing seedlings being raised, and then now later on, I've come to see it on a big scale, and then I said, why not? Let me give it a chance. And this year, 2025, around February, I started now the journey, seeing how coming up with the structures and all that. And then I tried here and there until now. We can say like we have a foundation where we can say we have seedlings. We've been moving out seedlings all through countrywide. That is now like the journey of Organos Farm since 2019. Personally, I've been an agronomist since 2019. So now in the line of my knowledge, I've been now looking every day. Now all my researches go down to one basket, seedlings.
Nice. Yes. And now to this basket of seedlings, when you look at, of course, the normal type of farming, what inspired you to get into seedling production? Because you know, very many people when they get to farming, they want to get the final products. They want to get the vegetables. They want to get all types of manner of things that are gotten from maybe farming. So what really motivated you to go into seedling production?
Now, one thing that really motivated me on coming to the side of seedlings, I've told you, I've been an agronomist all that time, practicing agronomist all that time, until now my experience has really grown big. So, and I've been working with several farmers across the country, and one big challenge that has been hitting me all through, it's at the transplanting stage, whereby you get farmers lose a lot of seedlings when they transplant. Somehow, probably the seedling was not ready. It had stunted growth. There was a little bit of probably the seedling was affected by pests. And then when you transplant it, things like transplanting shock, and then when you transplant a weak seedling, definitely chances of losing it at the transplant point, they are high. So at the end of the day, now I started now thinking, how can we come about with something that, even that transplanting shock, it will battle on with it until now we can say the seedlings was transplanted successfully. It didn't endure a lot of transplanting shock until at the end of the day, the farmer and the seedlings, they both win. So that my inspiration so much on growing these seedlings was to see that farmers, they don't lose it on the transplanting point. Yes.
Right, and I believe going through this process, we'll get to see how someone can plant all the way in the seedling process until the transplanting period, so that we see the things that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. And now let's look at the types of seedlings that you have in your farm, even before we even get now into the nitty-gritties of everything that is going on here. So what type of seedlings do you have, and how are you managing them at the moment?
Now, at the moment, whatever we have, basically on the bigger scale, we we have kales. Kales is the common seedlings or the common vegetable that almost every Kenyan household consumes. So when now things like kitchen garden, they need these things. So number one, we have kales. We do propagate kales. We do have cabbages. We do have spinach, carrot, capsicums. Come to green capsicums. Come to onions. Come to broccoli, cauliflower. All these vegetables, and even the fruit trees. Now they will be coming, whereby now we'll be having several fruit trees, so that now when a farmer takes a package of vegetable seedlings, even on the long run, in the higher long-term investment plan, he can get even a fruit tree and then have a point whereby he will tell his or her kids, these I planted well, probably I was young, well, but probably I bought this from Rugano's farm. So we'll now be creating that journey, whereby now we have the vegetable seedlings and the fruit seedlings together.
Okay, and you're planning to have very many of that, right? And also the ones that you've mentioned, and we'll get also to see them as well. So now, the structure that we are in, because we are in a structure, it's not just outside, we are in a structure. So when it comes to the structure, what is it that you're looking at? Because these are seedlings, they need to be taken care of. They need a good environment for them to thrive. So this structure that we are in, what goes into that? And what do you look at when you're coming up with a structure for the seedling bed?
Now, number one thing, even on the farmers who keep on watching us today, one thing, before you even think of now coming up with a seedling propagation center or a unit like this, number one thing that should come to your mind is the structure. Remember, seedlings are a very delicate thing. This seedlings and the kind of propagation now that we are in, when done wrongly, and especially in the wrong environment, you find you have a lot of weak seedlings, and then even if now the seedlings will perform, they won't be as better as now where we are in the greenhouse. So for us, we have a wooden greenhouse. We built this structure some months ago, but there are specifications now when you're doing your greenhouse. Something like now the greenhouse sheets, they come UV treated. Kuna zingine zenye mtu akienda kununua unapata it's not UV treated. Yes. So we urge farmers, especially most of the farmers that now want to come and do something like greenhouse farming. Remember, this one is like greenhouse farming. It's only that for us, we are doing seedlings propagation. Okay. There are others now who do something like capsicums, tomatoes, all that. But in terms of structures, we have this one. They are wooden. We are probably in the wrong term. We'll be having metallic greenhouses, and each comes with the pocket. The pocket says it all.
The pocket says it all.
Yeah, the pocket.
And we'll also get to the pocket so that you tell us what this cost.
Yes.
But before we get to the cost. So ukiangalia the structure that we have, there's a space between the roof and where the seedlings have been put. Is there a science behind that? Because someone might say, okay, I want to just create something small, and then they bring the roof, somewhere down. So what is the science that goes between the spacing of where the seedlings are and also where the roof is?
Now, number one thing, when you see our structure, how we have done our structure, there are two things that we really observe. Number one is height. Kama mimi ni mrefu. So, yes. Number two, the second thing is now the temperature. Now, if you can see our greenhouses, they are well aerated. Because seedlings, they normally like a place whereby it's a bit cool and it's a well-controlled environment. And why do we call it a controlled environment? Simply because we can be able to control anything inside here. You can hear the temperatures are not that high. Even during the day, working around the greenhouse, tendering around, working on our seedlings here, if you're irrigating, if we are doing the propagation, but we can sit actually here. And it's actually cool, as you can see.
Yes.
So now the roof part and where the seedlings are, at least there is no too much sunlight that is hitting now the young seedlings. Okay. Remember, if these seedlings are mostly exposed to the sun, yes, they will perform, but the rate at which growth will be, it will be so down. And then you'll find that there will be a lot of burning, and then the kind of irrigation now that you'll be doing, you'll be using a lot of water. See, so if sometimes the water doesn't have a lot of nutrition in it, the kind of seedlings you'll be raising, they'll be quite weak. But our condition of our greenhouses allows our seedlings to grow very well with minimal, medium heat in here.
Okay.
Somewhere whereby now you can call it like a room controlled temperature. Whereby even if it's a kid can come here and work here comfortably, even you can come here you can sometimes we hold even meetings in here.
Okay.
Simply because it's cool, it's fresh.
Okay.
Then even the seedlings require this kind of conditions to grow.
All right. So the cost, because you've used local, you've used timber, you know, and the things that you've used here. How much did it cost you? Because someone at home is sitting and saying, okay, I can also create something like that, but they might not know the cost amount or what went into the structure.
Now, when you think of something like this, we have now, for our case, something like our greenhouse, we have not used a lot of money. It's money that is affordable, especially to the local Kenyan farmer. Somebody who can be able to raise this amount is it's amount that can be able to, somebody can get it and get to raise this kind of a structure. So in our case, our greenhouse is not that big. It's 8 by 15 meters, and the really whole cost that we have used here, it's an average of 230,000 to 280,000 shillings. Yeah. Okay. Setting it up now, without now the cost of in here. Now these ones come separately. Yeah. But even now the cost of in here, the seeds may vary, the trays may vary depending on where you get them. Yeah. But normally they are affordable prices. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And I believe someone now knows exactly what goes into that. Now let's look at climate. The climate change and how the weather behaves and how that affects the seedlings in an area like this or in a structure like this. How does climate and weather maybe influence how the seedlings are going to grow?
Now, in our greenhouse, as I've said earlier, this is a controlled area. So you find even if it's too much cold, our seedlings doesn't receive that harshness of that coldness. When it's too much hot, our seedlings doesn't receive that hotness that is out there. You can be out there and then the temperatures that are in here, they are quite totally different. So at the end of the day, you find that when you're doing a setup like this, there are several factors that you need to consider even when you're setting up your structure, especially now the conditions of the area. If the area is so much hot, also even the design of your greenhouse or even your room, your growing room, comes different. Because in hot areas, you'll find even the structures, how the structures of greenhouses are being made, they're totally different. In our case, here it's a bit wet and it's a bit cold. So you find at the end of the day, our place doesn't receive a lot of sun. You can't compare here and somewhere like Kajiado. The greenhouses that will be built in Kajiado and the big greenhouses that will be built in Mombasa, they're totally different. Yes, the structural design may be the same, but when it comes now to something like setting up the roofing and all that, it's totally different. Okay. So when the temperatures, especially when it comes to things like seedlings and high temperatures, seedlings doesn't want a lot of that high temperature part of it. You'll find between 26 degrees Celsius and 32, 33 there, the seedlings are able to thrive. Any kind of seedlings can thrive there. Above that, you'll find seedlings, yes, they will thrive, but they have a lot of difficulties when it comes now to the growth part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. And now let's move now to another segment, now to the seedlings themselves. Yes. So where do you source your seedlings from? Because every other shop out there can sell seedlings, yes. But now where do you source them, and what can you advise a farmer when they are looking for seedlings to put in a structure like this or in what you have here?
Now, whatever I would try to advise that farmer. See, one thing that so many farmers have been facing is, as I said earlier, when it comes to transplanting, there are so many things. You can transplant a crop, and then at the later stage, you get to see that that plant didn't perform like how I wished it can perform. So at the end of the day, there is something we call certified seeds. These seeds, we get them from different companies. We have Syngenta, Amiran, come to other companies, even the chemical companies that now help us on the nutrition part. So our seeds, all of our seeds are certified. So, and then we get them from certified dealers, so that at the end of the day, we can guarantee the farmer back there in the village that these seeds is a pure F1 seeds. And we have two types of seeds. We have now the certified seeds, the F1, the hybrid seeds. Those are the F1 varieties, the so-called the F1 varieties, the first generation seeds. And then we have the open pollinated seeds. Those kind of seeds, even when now we are giving our seedlings to the farmers, we normally tell them, like kales, for example, something like kales, you'll find there is an open pollinated kale, there is an F1 hybrid kale. So at the end of the day, all these seeds, we get them from certified dealers, so that even for them, they can guarantee us that at the end of the day, these seedlings that we have given a certain farmer in a certain village is fully certified, and it's fully F1, or it's an open pollinated variety that will be able to do well in their areas. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for that, and very well explained. Now, after you've gotten the certified seeds, of course, you come and plant. So, what are the stages involved in making sure that you produce a good seedling at the end of the day? When you look at your seedling, you say, okay, this is healthy enough to go for transplanting. So what are those processes, and what, first of all, before we even get to that, let us look at, now you've gotten your seed, you've brought it, you've planted it. How do you take care of that seedling for it now to mature?
Number one, it's a long process of how now the way seeds come in, and then the whole journey from the trays up to now a stage like this where now they are almost ready to leave the nursery. Number one, when we get the seeds, we use our soilless media. Our soilless media, that is it's not 100% soil. It's a soilless media. We use coco peat. At times we use coco peat, vermiculite, and peat moss. This soilless media helps us so much, especially when it comes to the rooting system of our young seedlings. Remember, if you can see those seedlings that are normally raised on ground nurseries, when it comes to point of transplanting, you find at the end of the day, when you uproot your seedlings in the ground nurseries, doesn't come with the roots. The roots are tampered with. But our seedlings, if you can look closely, they have the rooting ball on it. So this soilless media, it helps us so much on creating an environment whereby we press our seeds, and then after a few days, the seeds get to germinate, and then from there, now we get to take care of them from the nutrition part, so that now at the end of the day, this plant, this seed that we have germinated, it goes now the stage of now feeding it, until now it gets to a month. Most of the seedlings that you will see leaving the farm, they are a month old. A month to from 30 days to 35 days to all the way up to 45 days, depending on the variety of seed and the type of crop. Some crops like kales, you'll find them leaving within 30 to 35 days, they're leaving the nursery. Something like capsicum, you'll find within 30 to 45 days, they are leaving the nursery, depending on the stage whereby the client or the farmer needs it. There are farmers who want them really well hardened, and there are the farmers who now come and take them from the farm to their press. So on the seeds, once we get our seed, we press it on the trays, we fill the trays, halfway done, and then we press our seed. From there, now we cover them. And then we wait for 2 or 3, 4 days to germinate. When they germinate, now the food process of having now the nutrition part comes in.
Okay. And now, even after you've covered them, let's look at the way the seedling is fed, the water, the taking care of that. So how many times do you water them, and how does this affect, because there are times you might forget to water. So what happens when a seedling is not watered? the way it's supposed to, and how or what is the right amount of water that a seedling needs to be getting throughout this whole period. You've mentioned 35 days, some 30 days. Yeah, yes.
Actually, if you see our kind of keels and trays that we have, once we fill this tray, our soil media, something like now the ones that we are using, cocoa peat, vermiculite, and peat moss. When you mix them well, you find this media gets to hold water. It has a very good water retention capacity. So at the end of the day, you find the seedling, even if you water today, you can skip even a day. If the temperatures are not that high, you can skip a day. And then you find your seedling will still be intact and ready, and even the growth is actually well fine. So at the end of the day, you find irrigations here, they normally take place probably early in the morning when we get to see. First of all, before you even irrigate, there is something we normally say, keep on checking the moisture on the trays. If you can see our trays, these ones were irrigated almost 2 days ago. Why? Simply because it has been raining, and actually there is no sun. And when there is not hot sun, there is no much evaporations. So you find our trays like these ones now, they're 3 days without water. And you can actually see they're still doing well.
Yes.
So the growing media that we have, it really helps us on keeping the soil and keeping the rooting system moist, so that even the crop has water all through. And even when we are packaging them, once we irrigate them, when they are going to the farms, we irrigate them. And even that farmer down there, may it be in Kisumu, may it be in Moyale, may it be in Turkana, when we send our seedlings, they go as they are. Even that rooting ball doesn't come out, haiharibiki, haitokani, inaenda na hiyo kamchanga yake. So that when that farmer transplant, hatakuwa na even the challenge of transplantation. Even if there will be years, the seedlings when they go to farms, zinalala leo, kesho, they are good to go.
Now, when it comes to the source of water, do you just use any kind of water, or a farmer can just collect the rainwater and use it? And if it's only the rainwater, what happens during the dry season? So you can just give us a little bit about that.
Now, when it comes to irrigation and seedlings, remember, a seedling is like a young baby that actually we are taking care of, hoping that tomorrow will be a grown-up. And our seedlings now, tomorrow, we are preparing for tomorrow's harvest. So when it comes to irrigation, the kind of water that we normally give our seedlings, it's fresh water. Yes, there are people out there who have salty waters. Yes, it works. But at the end of the day, it must be good water. Maji yenye hata wewe mwenyewe you can consume. So it's something like, it's the way I've said, ni kama mtoto. Maji yenye unaweza kunywa, a seedling can get. So even on the dry season, we are lucky that our place normally have rains every now and then. So we are able to collect water and store it in our tanks. And when the dry season is here with us, at least we don't struggle so much.
Yes.
And even if we struggle, down here we have a river, a natural flowing river. So there is enough water. So you can say, even if our tanks run out of water, we can go to the river. We have a machine, we can pump the water all the way up to the other side. Fresh water, we are lucky that our rivers down here, they are fresh. Water is fresh. Even the community, most of the community consumes water from the river. Okay. So even as we can pump water from the river during the dry season. But I haven't seen, at least the water that we are able to harvest during the dry season and the rainy season, it's able to push us through the dry season. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for that. And now we're going to go for a short break, but don't go too far. When we come back, we're going to be looking at the process of planting your seed in this particular innovation that is here, the trays. So don't go too far. We'll be back with more. All right, welcome back. And remember, today we have a very interesting kind of topic that we are talking about. We are talking about seedling type of farming. And with us here, we're continuing with the conversation. Remember, before we went for break, we were looking at some of the nitty-gritties when it comes to seedling type of farming. And now we are getting into the action itself. We have the trays here, these types of innovation. We're also going to be planting some seeds so that at least we get to understand what goes into planting of this particular seed. So thank you so much for still sticking with us. All right, so teach us please, now when it comes to these trays, what does a farmer look at, and how prepared does your tray need to be? Like what are some of the measures that you need to take in order for you now to start putting that in here?
Now, number one thing that you as a farmer back at home, who you are viewing as, one thing, once you start this journey of seedlings propagation, number one thing that you need to have is your growing media. For us here, we have cocoa peat. We have cocoa peat. It's a very light, it's almost cotton-like. You can see, it's almost cotton-like. This one is what we use normally for propagation. Number one, before now coming here, there is a process called treatment of cocoa peat, whereby now we bring it to life, whereby now we can be able to use it. Cocoa peat has a lot of salts. So, and then we need to clear most of those salts so that at the end of the day, our seed that will be propagating in our trays can be on a good point whereby it suits the germination standards of now growing. And then the number two thing that you need to have is the seedlings trays. These ones. Now, before you put even your cocoa peat to these seedlings trays, you sterilize them. For our case, our seedlings trays are always sterilized and clean, ready for use. So when you need now to do your propagation.
Yeah, as we continue filling it, because I also want to fill mine on this side. He has given me two, I don't know why. But so when it comes to this particular, the cocoa peat that you have, what do you mix it with? Because you said it undergoes a process. So you can tell us what you need to mix it with?
Normally, whatever we normally mix our soil with so that it becomes ready for use, we normally use calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate, it's good for treating our soil, or our soil as media. Remember, if you're using this kind of a soil without treating our cocoa peat, chances are you might lose your seed at the nursery. So this is how we normally fill our seedlings. Remember, now our soil is already treated, so you just need to do.
And the trays are sterilized?
Yeah, the trays are sterilized.
Which medium do you use to sterilize? Like
normally the easiest thing that that farmer who wants to start his seedlings back at home with this, he can get to use something like jig. The normal jig.
It will not affect the...
No, it won't.
Oh, okay.
It won't affect the normal jig. It won't affect. So at the end of the day, you can use the jig to sterilize your trays, and then they'll be ready for use.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, jig kills a lot of germs.
Germs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can use it.
And is there any other sterilizer that you use? Maybe.
Probably for us right now, we're using jig, and it's actually working for us.
Okay.
Well.
All right.
So after now filling,
so our trays are
filled very well. You can see. So now we need to make some holes in between it. So
in the holes.
Yeah, you just need to do like that. Then you press a little bit.
Okay.
Let's do one. Just do one, and then just need to press it like that, and then you'll make some small holes down there.
Okay.
On the other tray, down here.
Ah, wow.
You can see.
Looks very nice. So it's easier for?
It's easy for you to place a seed.
Okay.
So when you fill it the first time, now it's ready for use. And then let's do the second.
I'm going to press this one as well.
So you just need to press them like that, and then you create a small perforations on the down tray. Yeah, like this.
Okay.
And then now we can have our ready seeds.
So per hole you put one?
Yeah, per hole you put one. Actually, this is a spinach.
Okay.
Let's
This is
try it.
spinach.
Yes.
Okay.
This is spinach seeds. So per hole you just put a single seed.
Single seed.
Yeah, single seed like that.
And this, you need to be patient with this one,
Yes,
right? Because
need
you
to
might.
yeah, you might.
So what happens if this, maybe a hole takes maybe like 2 seeds?
Okay,
what happens?
At times hakunanga ile tunasemanga binadamu si actual. Yeah, unless now you're using the machine.
Yes.
The machine is a little bit actual. But kwa mkono ya mtu saa zingine inaanguka and it's a benefit to the farmer.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just press each moja.
Okay. And now, even as we continue putting the seeds,
Yes.
how do you maintain the quality of your seed? Because I believe the seeds that we are putting here, of course, the result needs to be very good, right? The yield needs to come out really nice.
Yes.
By the time it reaches the point of transplanting, you need to have a very good vegetable that you're going to transplant. So how do you maintain the quality? How do you make sure that this seedling grows well? How do you make sure that at least at the end of the day you don't have a seedling that is not ready for transplanting?
Now, whatever we do, when the seedlings, once we sow our seeds like we are doing, we will cover them. And then after here, now we give them some days to rest. Ukipanda leo, they will stay like 2 or 3, 4 days.
Okay.
2, 3, 4 days. Maximum of these vegetable seedlings, something like cabbage, spinach, kales, those ones will normally take like 2 to 3, 4 days. And then they have already germinated. And then we have others that have a big seed dormancy, something like capsicums. Those ones, they have a bit of a bigger seed dormancy. In the case of seed dormancy, we normally soak the seeds overnight, and then now they are ready to be propagated. So ensuring that our seeds, once they germinate, ensuring that we don't lose the quality of the seed. Remember, our seeds are hybrid, most of them. And for a variety like the one that we are doing, the Forduk Giant, this one, when you propagate them, germination percentage that we normally get, they are normally good. So once they germinate, there is the nutrition part. Now at the end of once they are germinated, you come here, you check the germination percentage, how it is. Remember, our soil media doesn't have any nutrient. This one, cocoa peat vermiculite, doesn't have any nutrient. So it's you as the farmer to add more nutrients to the crop. So now there is the feeding part, the spraying part. You spray them with a good rooting hormone. There is a good starter foliars that we normally now engage. So that at the end of the day, the quality seedlings that we are doing, it can come out very well, all the way up to the 30th day or the 35th day that it will be leaving the nursery.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, the cocoa peat that we are using, the medium that we are using here, after we've put the seedlings and it's covered, do we need to water it? Because I've touched it and it's very...
Yes,
very, very
for our
low.
case now here, actually this one have just come out of the treatment point.
Okay.
So it's actually wet. You can see actually it has some water on it.
Yes.
So this water actually is enough for the seedlings for today. For today and the case of tomorrow. You see, it has water.
Okay. Yeah,
very much water.
Yes.
So for the case of today and tomorrow, our seedlings are well catered for in terms of water. So when it comes to now irrigation, one thing you as a farmer back at home that you need to be very precise is irrigation. The first few days of our seeds, for it to germinate, everything must be in line. Lazima zote ziwe zinatoshana. Mwangaza, maji na you as the farmer, you must keep on keeping an eye on the tree. Once they germinate, you can see there are few things that most of the farmers lose when it comes to irrigation of young seedlings. There is a common disease normally called dumping off that normally wipes out a tray very fast. And actually,
this is brought by?
And this is brought by too much irrigation on the nursery, too much excess water on the soil that we are using, especially cocoa peat. Cocoa peat holds water. and I told you, you can irrigate today, and 2-3 days, you have not irrigated it, as long as there is no too much heat in the room. But when it's too hot, you find that cocoa peat loses water very fast. Very fast. Actually, it holds water very long, and when it loses it, it loses it very fast. Very fast. So, whatever now happens, you just need to come and see. As I said, it's like a baby. You just need to watch. How is the seedlings? You can see how the seedlings trigger. You can see the moistness of it.
Now, after we've put the seeds,
yes,
what is the next thing that is supposed to be done here?
Now, the next thing that we need to do once we fill our trays with seeds, we need to cover just a little bit.
I need to cover mine.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yes.
So you just need to cover that way. Out of technicalities when it comes to now filling it. You just need to fill it like that.
All right.
And actually, our tray, you find, it's actually ready. It's actually ready for now heading now to the greenhouse, where now they will stay 2, 3, 4, 5 days until they germinate.
Right.
So, like that.
So and now these ones are
ready. Yes.
It can be taken to
now the germination point.
Okay.
So now for us, you don't when you go to big companies now, you find they have a growing room whereby now the temperatures are set. The temperatures are set. So the germination of this young seed takes very few days, and then when it germinates, they are brought to our greenhouse like this, where the area environment is conducive, and it's ready now to receive the young seedlings to go to the level of growing them up to their maturity.
Okay. Now, let's get to the maturity part. You've taken care of them. Maybe it's day 20. What shows you this seedling that I planted is growing in the right way? What are the signs? What do you need to look out for when it comes to that? Because I mean, of course they will come up, yes, but maybe others are not growing the same as others. So because yet you put the same medium on every hole. So what shows you that this seed is good and it's ready now to go even into maturity?
Now, when it comes to now managing of the young seedling, when our seed germinates, once it germinates, we take it now here on the greenhouse, so that now we can be able to keep an eye on it. So from day one, you can see like these ones they are young spinach seedlings, which are they are like 2 weeks old.
Okay.
2 weeks old, and you can see they are doing actually very well, very well, very, 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 very well. So for you to, as a farmer, to know that your crop is doing very well, number one, when your nutrition is actually good, you find that the seedlings will definitely respond. And seedlings normally respond very fast, very, 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 very fast. Like these ones now, 2 weeks old, they are like this. So at the end of the day, you find that every week there is a new shoot, there is a new leaf coming out.
Okay.
So you can be able to tell, like these ones now, they're 2 weeks old. If you look here back, you can see these others, they are almost 3 weeks old. You can see the difference.
Bigger, yes.
Yeah. So that hii mmea tuizoeshe huko nje kabla ijafika now the level of transplanting. So it will be going now from here, from next week. This one now goes for hardening stage. Where now we expose them to direct sunlight.
Okay.
Out there.
Okay.
So we expose them to direct sunlight, and then now they will harden if you see the stem of these seedlings, they are quite watery. They are quite watery. So if you transplant them at this stage, you'll find that chances of losing it, even with that compact rooting system, chances are high. But when these seedlings is well hardened, at the location where the sun hits very well, all through Kana, we have sent even seedlings to Moyalo, and they still do well. Okay. See? So when the seedlings are well hardened, you find that they will do well even after transplanting. Even after that transplanting shock, they will still do very, very, very well. Simply because they're well hardened and they have a compact rooting system. Okay. So that rooting, that root ball down on the seedlings, it will help the plant to establish even out there. Remember, when you give it water, as we said, even on the farm, this part will be able to hold some rich water for the rooting system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, the hardening system is very interesting. I'll have to see that maybe later on. But now, we've looked at this, we've looked at everything else, the planting and how it's taken care of, the amount of water that is supposed to be, be taken, and the temperatures. Now, what are some of the challenges? Because, of course, as a farmer and a seedling farmer, very, very delicate, the seedlings, you've encountered challenges, and I believe might have planted the seeds the way we've put today, but at the end of the day, after the 4 days of germination, maybe 3 holes have germinated, or 5 from this, or even 10. So what are some of the challenges that you've been faced with, and how did you make sure that you come out of them?
Good. Now, when it comes to the challenges that most of the farmers or most of the young seedling raisers that normally they face, I told you, number one, it's quality of seeds. Yes, you might get a seed from that dealer, that's the same certified dealer, but when it comes to the ground, the seedling's performance, it's not the same. It's not the same that the way the dealer guaranteed it. Sometimes you find that you might get seeds from even certified dealers, and then when you raise them, you find the germination percentage didn't come well. But with the new innovation of these seedlings trays, we are able to see, at least we managed to get over 95%. Here on Logano's farm, we are able to get over 95% germination on most of our trays. So that even that 5% that doesn't germinate, at least we are able to see 90% or 95% of it. Yes, we are working towards getting now the 100% part, but si hata Mungu alituambia huwezi pata yote kwa siku moja. So you keep on learning and learning every day. So something like now the seeds quality is something like that has been tampered with out here, whereby you find that companies are coming up and they don't really promise that, yes, they promise you they have a good seed, but when actually you come on ground, you find the story now changes.
Okay. The
story now changes. The other thing that you find most of the farmers who have this kind of propagation units, they're facing something like dumping off. If you can see here, I have an example that I normally keep showing farmers dumping off, or how it is. You can see the quality of these seeds germinated, but due to the excessive irrigation that has been happening, you find that the seedlings are dying one by one. Yes, the fungal disease that is brought about by too much water, especially when the seedling have just germinated. So you will find that this one starts with a weak stem, and then later on, the stem now dries up. So that is another challenge that most of the farmers at least get to face. But here we get now to act before we regulate our temperatures in here in the greenhouse, and then later on we regulate the amount of water so that we don't get to see this kind of a thing. And that's why you can see our nurseries, most of them, they have more than 95% germination, simply because we were able to take care of the young seedling from the irrigation part, balancing the nutrition, and then when now it's grown, it have already grown very well. It goes into the hardening part, and then it's ready to move.
All right. Now the last question as we conclude this particular conversation. One thing that you would tell a farmer out there, a young farmer out there about seedling type of farming and how beneficial it is, especially in this field of agriculture and farming, going forward even as we conclude.
Now, as part of me now, to our farmers who are watching us down in the farms or wherever they're catching us from, whatever I can advise you as a farmer who wants to come to the industry of seedlings propagation. First of all, I would like to tell you, get to see first, so that even if before you go there, go try, first get to see where they are. Like for us, we started benchmarking now on the big guys in the industry. We got to see them, how they are doing, and then see how the workload that gets to be involved in the propagation. Those are the things, like the challenges those challenges that we have talked to. I can tell somebody who really wants to start this kind of a venture, he can come even here for benchmarking. Let him come, he or she come. We will give him or her the training part. We will show her, him or her, the whole process of how it's being done, so that he doesn't now get to the mistakes that we did. See, when today, if we reflect back where we started, the kind of mistakes that we did those years ago, we see that if today a new farmer who wants to start the kind of venture, let him get to see, visit several farms, so that at the end of the day, at least you'll be assured, you know what you'll be, you know what you're going to enter, or the field that you're entering in, and what it takes to build that field.
All right, thank you so much for joining us and giving us your insights. And I believe you've learned something today when it comes to seedling propagation and, of course, farming. I believe we've looked at very many things. We've looked at how seedling is planted. We've looked at the process, and I've gotten also to plant something, at the end of the day. And I believe after some weeks, I'll come to see what this particular planting has brought out. You said spinach, right?
Yes.
We're going to see the spinach. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi. This is Farm Kenya right here on KTN. Join us next time. Same place right here on KTN.
Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja. Kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la Farm Kenya.
Aite wamama wa kufua na wamama wajane na mayatima waende State House.
Sasa sisi watu wa chini, wale watu walituita watu mboka, watu pikipiki,
aite tena wachunga ng'ombe,
mama mboga, bodaboda, wakulima wadogo.
Aite mama fua na mayatima na wajane awasaidie.
Wamama wa kufua wa get B.
Every now and then, fake news might pull a few strings, but when it comes to reporting the facts, there's only one tune we dance to, our own. For more than 100 years, The Standard has delivered insightful fact-based journalism, and you can't fake that.
Moi High School Kabarak is a private co-educational Christian school located 20 kilometers from Nakuru City along the Nakuru-Eldama Ravine Road in Nakuru County of the Rift Valley region. It was founded by Kenya's second president, His Excellency the late Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, CGH, in February 1979. It currently has a student population of 2,400 students in a serene, nurturing environment focused on academic excellence, spiritual growth, and character development. Guided by its vision and mission, the school emphasizes both academic and moral development. The school is ready to welcome the first science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. 2. Social sciences. And 3. Arts and sports. The school is richly blessed with a highly skilled and experienced team of staff, ultra-modern facilities, and a wide range of academic and co-curricular programs. Moi Senior School, Kabarak, remains steadfast in its commitment to producing academically strong, spiritually grounded, and morally upright young men and women who will make a lasting impact in Kenya and beyond.
MoFix Moments. Moments of pure love wrapped in comfort, because every smile deserves the best protection. From tiny toes to cozy cuddles, snuggles, and giggles made extra soft. Renewed MoFix is now even more absorbent with double-layered upper surface. Only 20 Kenya shillings, single-piece MoFix at your duka.
Founded for public benefit by an extraordinary selfless leader.